Here.
Yo.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Uni Francis.
And this is another edition of Welcome to My Hood Film. Uni, what's popping, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm doing all right.
Doing all right?
You know, I can't complain too much. How you doing, man?
Feeling good, man. The new norm is just trying to stay alive. That's how you talk to your friends out here in the streets.
Yeah, man. You better get that shot before you can't get into the clubs this summer. You might not be able to get in nowhere.
Yeah, man. Can't even party no more until you get that vax. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you got the vax, right?
I gotta get my second shot real soon.
Get the second shot. Oh, be careful with that. I haven't heard it's been knocking people out, son.
That's why I'm not doing shit. Whatever. I'm quitting my account. That's why I'm like, we doing this episode today.
Okay.
I can't guarantee I'll be able to do anything.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I'll be damned. I'll spend on reserve something and not be able to use it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. That's
studio what now, so we gotta like elevate
ourselves. That's why we gotta get the vax so we can stay in the studio.
Facts.
Anyway, folks, you know what it is. For those of you, if it's your first time joining us or watching us now, we got ourselves a podcast we've been doing for 2 years, and the beauty.
Yeah.
We're going on 2 years.
Yeah,
that's me in a couple of weeks.
We got screwed because a virus fucked the planet.
It pushes back a little,
like
but it's
couple
okay.
Of months.
Yeah, it pushes back a little, but we all right. 2 years in the game, going strong.
Yeah, 2 years overall.
Yeah, we basically show a hood film to somebody who either doesn't watch a good amount of hood films or doesn't even know that hood films are a genre, and we get their take on putting them onto a hood film they've never seen before for the first time, and that's what we're doing today. So we got a special one today, a little pre-420 celebration that we decided to do, and keeping in the theme with school because we've been doing that for the last two movies as well.
I mean, all of last year was 420 if you're doing it right. I don't know about you. THC got me in the headlock. Like, there's nothing to do. I can't go nowhere.
I feel you. So this is dedication. This is dedication to you, then, my guy.
Kind of.
You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing today. We're showing Mac and Devin Go to High School.
Yes.
Well, we're not showing it, but we're going to talk about it. Mac and Devin Go to High School came out in 2012. Stars Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, and Andy Milonakis had a good role in there, and Tierra Marie, and so much more.
I think Tiger was like had a cameo for was that Tiger for no reason?
He did. There was a lot of cameos, and we definitely gonna get into that vibe.
Oh god,
there was a lot of cameos, man.
It's a lot to talk about, but not a lot to talk about at the same time.
Exactly. But I will point out before we bring in our guest, we did school dance a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, we did.
And did you notice? I think it's a shared universe with this movie.
Don't tell me that, man.
Yeah, I'm not making this up.
Our guest eyeballs are like, yeah.
So
all right, go ahead, man.
We did school dance.
Okay.
And there's the main characters are the Rangers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
They're one of the main characters.
Okay.
So in this movie, in the beginning of the film, where they have like everybody shouting out Snoop Dogg's character Mac, like, "Yo, hook me up with some weed, man." What's good?
Yeah. It was too many of those. Okay.
All three Rangers asked for some.
Oh, they were in the. I didn't even peep.
And he daps them up in the morning too on the way to school. And then in the credits, they're all the Rangers.
Damn it!
It's a shared universe, my guy.
Damn it!
It's a shared. We have an MCU for weed films.
MCU for two. All right.
I was like, yo.
Damn it!
I think this film came out before school dance, so I guess maybe they were like freshmen or sophomores.
This is the prequel. I can see that. There's nothing in here that would contradict that movie.
You see?
At all.
Even Mike Epps being in the film, he probably
he's
got promoted and shit. Yeah.
But maybe Lunel just got fired and she got tired of the whole thing.
Okay, so there's the loophole there. All right, you got.
Well, you can easily explain that. She quit her job.
Exactly.
She was a principal. Right, I don't know how.
He does defend her in school dance. That's true. So you got a point.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
See, we're going to get into that. But anyway, like I said, folks, we don't just watch this for our health. We watch this to put the world onto the hood, one film at a time. And we have a guest that's going to help us do that. So state your name, cuz.
Alex Vasella, and I'm so much happier about this movie now that I realize it's part of a shared universe.
Don't quote us. Nick Cannon in my head is like, that's a good idea.
He's like, your eyes are bugging. I'm like, I know, because I'm very happy to hear this.
Everything.
If Mac and Devin go to Endgame, it's going to be great.
Go to college, and then they meet up with the Rangers.
Yeah.
Half of Inhale is just going to turn to dust and go, oh, well, he must have snapped, I guess.
I'm glad we're recording it, just in case you try to take our idea. Like you,
It'll be out. It'll be out this weekend, so they can't say nothing. It's already out there. I mean, they could try, but you know. But let's. So Alex, what have you've seen hood films before this?
Couple. I've watched a little bit of Blaxploitation.
Okay.
Not too much, but like I know hood movies are a genre. I've only seen maybe 2 or 3 Blaxploitation. I really like Pam Grier. Coffee's pretty fun.
Okay.
It's a little bit, the script is all over the place, but she's so good that like she's just so fun to watch in whatever she's in. And
yeah, Pam Grier.
Yeah.
Even that So-So Tarantino joint, she was like, but it's
Yeah.
Pam Grier, so I'm gonna watch the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's my least
And
favorite
I'm gonna
Tarantino.
watch it again.
And she's still great. She's
Yeah,
so good.
like doesn't matter.
And then I can't remember what it was called, but it started a football player as a pimp that was pretty good. And then I watched The Mac, which I can't remember who the star was. But Richard Pryor was like the side character, and that
He
wasn't
was.
Yeah.
that wasn't great. But like, yeah. So it's probably a genre I haven't watched a whole lot, but like I'm interested.
Yeah, you watched the old school ones. You watched the OG
Yeah.
hood films.
They're like
you know?
classic 70s.
Yeah, right. So
When the word hood wasn't slung around.
No, it
as
wasn't.
much.
It was a different time. So their version was Blaxploitation.
Yeah.
And then it grew into urban and then hood films. So, you know, that's all good. Like I ain't mad at it because even a lot of the old school ones I ain't see. When I was a kid, my pops used to be like, "Nah, you gotta go in the other room." And him and my
Did you go to the room joint?
all the adults would watch the Mac on VHS and
Okay.
Car Wash and all that stuff.
What I kind of love about those old movies, not everyone, but once in a while you get one. The movie's not great, but the central performance is so like nuanced. Like Pam Grier is such a good actor. They're like, I kind of this movie's like clunky around her, but she's like giving this super theatrical like.
Right.
She's getting her money. She's getting her check.
Yeah.
I'm like, she
was
should be on
big.
Broadway. She's so good.
Yeah, she was big back in the day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, it's definitely a vibe. So I'm glad we was able to put you on a more current hood
Yes.
film, even though this one's going on 10 years old now. But,
Yeah.
you know, still current.
It's fun.
So, you know, right?
It dates itself, but we'll get into that.
Right. So it's Mac and Devin go to high school. So tell us what you felt the movie was about from what you saw.
So Mac and Devin Go to High School is about some kids that are already in high school. So the title's a little weird. It's I thought it was like Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman. Like Mac and Devin have to go to high. No, they're already in high school.
Right.
Mac is a man who's probably 30-ish, and he spent 15 years as a senior because he doesn't care. Devin is a nerd who's trying to get into Yale, and Mac just starts to corrupt him and make him have more fun. And there's also a talking joint that interrupts the movie to tell you how you should be feeling at all times, which we'll get to. Slow burn.
Yes. Slow burn.
You know, a movie believes in itself when it's like, you need to be high for this. I don't have a better answer for you to like this. Like,
Yeah, they let you know very off the rip.
yeah, they're at least they're honest. It's like,
Yeah, they're
be
very
high or you're gonna be very unhappy. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of
Okay.
it is
I was pretty high. I was still not happy.
it's a tie-in to the soundtrack, which honestly is pretty good. So it feels almost like an afterthought sometimes. And as much as I thought the writing was terrible, the cast's pretty good. Like Snoop Dogg is always Snoop Dogg in anything,
That's
but he's
true.
really fun to watch. And Wiz Khalifa, you can tell it's his first movie, but he was given like a good performance. Like I'd watch him in another movie.
Right.
Yeah.
At the end credits, he said it's his first.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
first-
To let you
first
know,
film.
like, hey, I know what you just saw was bad. But the first time I'm doing it,
It was his first film.
like
Yeah,
a
and it was
it's like a
pretty
new
good.
comic.
pretty
Like,
good.
hey, I know what you just saw is bad, but
Yeah.
it's my first time on stage.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of sweet that he's like, you'll tell me if I'm bad, right? I was like, oh, Wiz Khalifa's trying. That's so nice.
Yeah, he was definitely trying.
Yeah.
He definitely
Has he done
tried.
anything else? Because I would watch him again.
I don't know.
I think he has. I just don't know how big he was in the role as compared to this. He was the
Gotcha.
leading star. So
Okay.
I don't know if he had any others where he was a smaller role.
Yeah.
I mean, by now he probably won either like something where he's saying something or he's big in the film because now he's a bigger star than he was at that time. But I mean, yeah, I haven't per se seen one, but
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the biggest takeaway for me, yeah, is Snoop Dogg being a 15-year senior in high school. I was just like, yo, only in a hood film could somebody be. Usually in most films, it's like, oh, you.
No,
did
he
it?
was in high school for 15 years, so he was like
Yeah.
11 years senior. So he's like
Yeah, you're right.
28.
They said 15 years of high school, so he was a senior for 11. You're right.
I could have sworn they said 15-year senior.
No,
I'm pretty sure. That's what I thought too, but I'm pretty sure Ronnie's right.
It's 15 years of high school.
And also, he looks older than that too. Like,
Yeah.
he's clearly 45.
Wait, this is 20. Wasn't he a grandfather 10 years ago? Wasn't his first grandchild? I feel like he was
most
first
likely,
grandchild
yeah.
was born. Like he was almost grandpa age playing a high schooler. Fuck out of here. There was no amount of TAC in the world that made me get past that home. Like, no.
Well,
just don't be in the movie.
This was before there was a lot of de-aging technology, so.
Oh, my God. They could have Irished him.
You should have waited for that.
Oh, that would have been horrifying, and I would need to watch it immediately.
It only works. You need Disney money.
Because then if you're high, it's like even more horrifying. You're like, oh, God, this is a grotesque monster.
Exactly.
That used to be Snoop Dogg.
They don't have the budget for that.
No.
They don't.
Nah, they was just like, you just.
That's Mickey Mouse money.
Yeah. They were like, you're going to be so high, you're going to believe.
Yeah.
That man's is like 30-something.
Yeah, I definitely didn't believe it.
I went with it, though.
I mean,
you have no choice but to go with it.
Like,
no
choice. Like, fuck.
Gotta go with it.
If you don't, there's no movie. So, like,
everybody else in the movie there was some 20, mid-20s cats in there. Yeah. Like all Snoop's friends.
Mm-hmm. Wiz Khalifa should have been Mac. He should have been the old. I could believe he got left back a few times.
But then who would have been the young guy?
Get another dude. Snoop Dogg doesn't need to be in this movie. Just produce, bro. You get a check either way.
That's why they made this movie was a promotion for the album.
Yeah, you're right.
And it shows.
That's true.
It shows in the movie.
God damn it.
It was like 2 or 3 music videos, bro.
Yeah, I know.
It lost me around the second music video. That's kind of where I was like, this is going to be very good.
We'll get to where you'll get to where I was.
I think I know what you're going to say, but let's bury the lead.
No worries. I thought he was going to get lost in like the random talent show video.
Yeah, I remember watching it and I was like, this movie's kind of bad, but like kind of fun. Like I don't need it to be Shakespeare to still have fun. And then like first music video, I was like, okay. And then second one, I'm like, I'm gonna finish it, but like I'm out.
Yeah, I would if I wasn't doing a podcast, I would have gave up immediately. I would have given up the premise.
Nah, this is my second time seeing it.
Oh
actually.
my God,
I enjoyed it.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, it wasn't hot dookie trash, but it was it was what it was.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
Because, I mean, it's all the little cheesy jokes that eventually you just, like the fact that the name of the school is N Hale High.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Principal Skin Flute.
Principal Skin Flute.
See? That is funny. That stuff is
like
funny.
That. Yeah, you get
like
over
it's dumb, but it's charming.
Exactly.
Yeah, Skin Flute
and then it's kind of like, you can't go in there with the expectations of how high the first one.
Oh, I wasn't going there with that at all.
I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying, like, in general. Like, you got to go in there just like...
Be like, this isn't Moonlight.
Yeah.
The
movie literally starts off with a CGI joint telling you to smoke for every time a character pops up on screen doing anything.
That was the best part of the movie.
That's a pretty good joke, actually. Like, whenever anyone does anything...
Was the best thing.
I like that joke.
Somebody could have walked past and like...
Yeah, I tell you. Like,
it was kind of weird that he's like, let's do one now, and he smokes out of nothing, because I guess it would be weird if a joint smoked a joint. It'd be like cannibalism. It's like dark repercussions to think about.
They at least thought about that. I give them props for that. They did.
That is some world building.
Yeah, exactly.
That's some world building.
We are in a shared universe. We got to make sure that we don't like mess up the lore.
Scene that had nothing to do with the film at all?
No.
They had to think something right in the beginning, at least.
They had to fill up the hour-long movie.
Slow Burn talks a lot.
He talks a lot. Yeah, he does.
God, he talks so
And then there's another weed instructional character that I feel should have been Slow Burn.
Captain Kush.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You see economy of characters, you'd think, oh, that's Slow Burn, that's where he comes from. But no, they had another one.
Right. Captain Kush.
Who was Captain Kush?
The guy who literally... Oh, it was Afion Crockett.
Oh, all right.
And he literally teaches you about the 2 strands of Kush.
Which is stupid because anybody's watching the movie knows that already.
And then Slow Burn teaches you again later.
Oh, yeah.
It becomes a weed propaganda film. Like, motherfucker, you just told me to begin the movie, if you need to be high, why would you do propaganda for the shit I'm already doing? It doesn't make sense.
You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
And the choir is very baked right now.
I'm watching your movie.
Hey,
Who's
man.
this for?
I
guess they need to fill at the runtime.
I respect that. There's not many weed movies that teach you about.
I respect it, but I already know that stuff.
You know it, but somebody
you gotta put in a Pixar movie where they need
it's
to.
For dorks like me that need a little helping hand.
But you're not watching this.
I watched it for this podcast. that is the exception that proves the rule.
Yeah. In 12 years this movie's been out. You got one. I was like, oh yeah.
I was honestly shocked it was on Netflix. I was like, what, really? They gave them some money for like YouTube. I get, but like Netflix
I think it was
like,
already a movie, and Netflix just wasn't paying attention, just left it up there.
I mean,
I don't know.
They're like, oh, this is up here in the attic. Let's just.
Yeah, one day they'll clean it out, but who knows when?
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, they're just
No,
like,
no, it's
meh.
like, why is this here?
Yeah. Maybe Snoop's just like, look, just keep it on there, please.
Yeah, it's
Like,
not
whatever.
hurting
It's not hurting
anybody.
nobody, you know.
It really isn't hurting.
Yeah, it's a
No.
pandemic. Then somebody might watch. It's only an hour.
Yeah, it really is.
You finish binging some show, and then it might just come on automatically on autoplay. You know, might
We
enjoy
work
what
on the
you
slow
like.
burn like side quill where he gets to have adventures. This will do.
He just said Pixar. That's where slow burn's coming in. You
That's
know
what I
mean?
want, a slow burn Pixar
Slow burn
movie where he
Pixar,
gets into
yeah.
scrapes and stuff.
That's a movie.
That's a movie.
Like you asked me, like, should it be a
That's
sequel? I'm
a
like, I'd
movie.
watch
Yeah.
the slow burn has like adventures with
Well,
Ratatouille.
all right, we don't need to do that segment. That's it.
That's it. There you go.
I'll
Him
watch
and Remy
that.
the rat just like super baked making
But it
sauces.
can't be mystical because he's kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
yeah.
can't be mystical.
I thought that was awesome because I haven't heard from Mystical in so long.
We know why though.
Yeah.
Cause you know what's funny? I forgot it was him for a second, but in the second scene we just kept saying "bitch" really hard for no reason.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's
oh,
a
he
very
went to jail for-
misogynistic joint.
He went to jail for
He's
rape.
very mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the I went to jail for rape and I'm still mad about it. Side coming out. Why you saying bitch? So oh yeah, that's right.
There you
That's
go.
right. I remember now. Like
That was the
I
motivation.
saw Mystical. Like, who the hell's Mystical? Like, Mystical's a joint. That's why he's saying bitch so hard.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right,
they
get it
say it
now.
in the credits. I think they do. Or
I wasn't
I
paying
decided-
attention to who he was playing. I just saw the word Mystical. Like,
Got you,
Mystical's
got
in
you,
this?
Got you.
I get it. Snoop Dogg's like, hey, you just got out of jail. You need a job.
Mm.
There you go. We'll make up some bullshit scenes. Here's a propaganda speech. Here's a couple dollars. I get it. He did his time.
So was there any scenes that you felt was like that doesn't make sense, like a plot hole? Because hood films are good for that.
It's not so much a plot hole as much as it feels like, hey, we need a reason for them to be high some more. Let's send them on a hunt for a sex worker. Like it wasn't so much like it makes sense except when it bends science, but that's fine because it's part of the joke. But it was more like, I guess if there was a plot hole and you could say you could chalk it up to just it's a heightened reality when he gives his valedictorian speech. And it's just the song, which I feel we didn't need to give Slow Burn that yes, weed can speech. We could have given it to him and saved that scene. And then he does the song, and then there's just a backup dancer crew behind him.
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't make sense, but also like, why should I be expecting this to make sense? I'm fine with it at this point. So
Right.
it didn't bother me too much.
Right.
But I mean, you could say that you can't physically do a bong rip out of someone's fart that's in the air, but
That's the worst part of the
so
movie.
many problems that are not the science involved in that scene. So I
That was the
don't-
worst part of the movie.
It is.
That was the.
And they had the audacity to color it brown. I was like, you
Yeah.
didn't even need to color it brown.
It made me want to. It
Yeah.
did make me want to throw up.
I like,
Not
all
gonna lie.
right.
I looked away for a moment because I just needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all did.
It burns.
I think what was worse about that scene is that.
You sucked it in?
Well, there's that. So what was second worst about that scene was when you really pay attention, you look closer and you go, yo, sitting in this room right now is Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, a random white lady, Andy Milonakis, and then two extras who actually are rappers YG and Ty Dolla
I
$ign.
didn't even notice that.
And I was crying. I was like, they're in this? And they're in this specific scene? Wow.
Okay, it is sometimes, but when you realize
And
something
the white
you like about
fat
the
kid
scene,
is just chewing scenery.
Yeah, I mean.
yeah,
Wow,
Andy
more
Milonakis.
famous people in the scene than them. Just doing nothing. I get it.
I
Was he
honestly
about to
thought.
say-
I honestly.
I like the
that-
fat white kid. He's the only person like he belonged in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that guy's actually, I think in his 40s. He has a disease that makes him look young. I'm not even
Son of
kidding.
a- Oh,
Andy
God damn it.
Milonakis-
Well, I
think
feel
I heard
terrible
about that.
about saying
Yeah,
that.
because he had the Andy Milonakis show when I was in high school, and
Yeah.
he was like 30
Oh,
or like late 20s, and he
wow.
looked like because he has some kind of terrible illness, and it's very
Oh,
sad.
Well, I'll take that back.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong that he looks like he should be there.
Yeah.
His biology would back you up on that. So, but I thought the gun weed cloud was more impressive than the
Just end
ass
it
cloud.
there.
Yeah,
You can't beat a
And they
gun
give it a better
shooting.
score. I was like, no, like
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, the gun was the best one.
Yeah.
And the ghost. The gun and the ghost.
The
were
ghost
good.
is pretty
the ghost
good.
Was pretty good. When he
Yeah.
smoked the ghost. Yeah. And then when Mans did that, I'm like, nah, you guys got to get out of my house.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
party's
no.
over.
Party's
bro.
definitely
You-
over.
yeah.
Party's over.
I don't care how high we are. Like,
Yeah.
No.
that's blowing my whole high. I'm be like, bro,
Yeah, my high is done
It
right now.
stinks
We
in
were having
here.
so much fun.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go, bro. It
Yeah.
stinks in here. Like,
No.
you wilding. Come on, man. Imagine that beautiful weed smoking just bam.
I'm just
shit.
glad it was two Caucasians involved in that nonsense.
What?
I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I just fall out right. This feels like Yeah, y'all. White dude from the suburbs, weird thing to do. Y'all be getting into some weird shit sometimes. Y'all get bored. I get it. It's nothing to do in the suburbs. Y'all ain't got.
There is always that white suburban kid. It's like, oh, you couldn't just wait to do that. That's why you came to the party to make everyone into your world for a moment. Yeah. Oh no, we're all trapped here now.
One step further.
Well, in hood films, it's like this weird stereotype where
the crazy white boy.
Yeah, there's always a crazy white boy who's
that
like he does like a handstand and he's chugging, which is seen a lot. But it's like then he'll do something to the farther extent. Like they're always directed to be something weird, like what you just saw there. Like, oh yeah, stick the blunt in her butt. And
yeah, I feel like butt stuff's gonna come in with that character a lot.
Yeah,
because there's also a little gay panic to throw in about that. So it's like, let's have him do something unseemly like that. Yeah,
yeah, and then his name was Knees Down. Not because of the fact that he was like he couldn't walk.
He was only paralyzed from the knees down.
Right. But then you found out. Yeah, but then you found out that because when he was having sex with the girl was like, I think she said like he's really good from the knees down. And I was just like, that's the reason for his nickname.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it, but we didn't have to know his nickname. We would have just been cool with oh yeah, you're in a wheelchair. I get it.
You gotta fill up an hour.
I guess. His origin story was just all over the place.
We're building a universe, remember?
They gotta build up an hour.
You're right.
Oh.
You're right. He's right. Because then
even Aquaman needed a solo movie. Like we gotta.
Yeah, he has history. I've been around since like the fucking 40s.
He wasn't having sex. Some chick was like, "Oh, you're the Aquaman." That's my name.
That's hilarious.
It was like. But then again, there was a school dance had Stinkfinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a trend here.
Yeah. And that was Pete Davidson.
Okay. Pete Davidson. Yeah. Suicide Squad now. That's a big come up.
Were there any more like hood movie like tropes that I wouldn't have been aware of because I'm not as familiar?
Strip club. It
was kind of
strip club.
Okay.
Yeah, they always gonna.
He was banging her though, so
yeah.
They probably ran out of money by
that. Was a plot hole for me. He
He
was giving her the business, right?
Right.
Yes.
Then they walk out and he goes, "Yeah, I gotta tell you something." He goes,
"He did have new clothes."
Yeah, when he got finished getting the tat, he had new clothes. No. When he came from the spot, he did have. Yeah, when he came out the spot, he had new clothes.
Oh my god!
They must have filmed 2 different days. Nobody cared.
It was a dream sequence.
No, because when he
straight out.
Oh my god, you're right.
When he went to get the tat,
what are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say when homie he gave her the business,
right?
And then he finished, and then he was like, "That was my first time." So I was like, "Wait." Because you was moving as if like you was ready for this, fam. Like this was years in the making. Like he was.
But he said he was smashing in the butt the first time in the vag.
Yeah,
okay, that's fair.
But instead of in the vag, he said he was getting her in the butt. But my thing was, he was working like a man who already put in work. That's what I'm saying.
He probably put a lot of work in the butt.
Yeah.
Because you look at the end credits, she's like as she was getting around.
Studies, like
the girl was already getting around. Like she already smashed Wiz in the butt.
Oh yeah, and then she smashed Knees Down at that.
Knees Down. Then in the end, it's like, yo, she didn't go to Yale because her father found out. She smashed one of his friends. Like, what is happening? Why you gotta do the girl? Why you gotta make her such a hoe, Snoop Dogg? That's not necessary.
But that was so weird.
We didn't need that.
Because she was this controlling chick, but then you found out she was controlling through the butt, I guess.
Because I think Mystical might have wrote that.
Good Lord.
You see? So I guess the only other
women aren't looking good in this film.
No, this movie does not like women very much.
Yeah. Because I was gonna
Slow
say,
burn particularly.
That was a weird plot hole to me. There was a lot more, but that one to me was like, wait.
I think the Asian lady was the only person that like maybe had some little because her business got shut down.
Her business got shut down immediately. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, immediately. The cops was
Kiera
like,
Marie was reduced to just sexy.
Yeah, she is bad.
She's bad.
She is bad.
Even at the end, she's still fine as fuck. Like, damn, she ain't like get
promoted.
There
was no future.
Nothing. She just all right. I guess. Jesus Christ. Not passing the Bechdel test.
No future.
Absolutely not.
There was no future for her. It was just like she's still fine. It was just like
frozen in time.
Man,
fine, perfectly.
She gonna be a 15-year teacher, I guess, at that same school.
Maybe she was in a school with a dude that got left back 11 times. Well, first of all, you would drop out. They wouldn't allow you.
Why would the state keep paying for his education?
No, they wouldn't let that happen. They wouldn't let it happen. The worst I've ever heard was get left back twice. That's the worst I've ever heard.
It's a waste of resources.
Yeah.
Why did he never go to summer school?
There's so many.
So many questions.
He like high school, man. That's what Devin said at the end. It's like, I found out who actually liked high school the most because he never wanted to leave.
never wanted to leave.
I get that. Fine.
I mean, he was the man in that school, so I get it.
Yeah. What is this system where to buy weed from him, you have to put in yourself on video in a really incriminating manner to get it?
They need to fill up an hour.
That seems like a
Tiger to
terrible
show
plan. Like,
That had me sitting there like, yo,
aren't you incriminating? Well, this
is-
is legal.
this is just evidence, but that's like, yeah, but it's legal to like recreational,
Yeah.
but probably not to sell it.
Nah, definitely not.
Like, yo, now
was
all
out
these
here.
people are accomplices and shit.
Yeah, he was out
Yeah.
here like
have a
Jesus
nice
Christ.
video paper trail
Right.
Yeah.
for the yearbook montage. Why not? Like,
Was it at his phone? Was it just messages he's got?
yes.
What kind of
I'm
insane drug
assuming it
dealer?
was.
Do you
Like,
think he
video,
puts it,
video message me what you need.
do you think he puts it on YouTube just as like a power move?
Yeah.
To like, you can't even stop me. It's
Yeah.
public record. What are
He's
you gonna
putting
do?
it on Instagram like, this is
Probably.
what I do.
Because he was selling to everybody.
Yeah. That's probably why the cops came to the spot.
Okay.
They probably was gonna get him and was like, oh, this is even better. We got a whole massage parlor. It's a wrap. That's why he was still in jail. It was just
Yeah,
like,
he
nah,
was
you gotta
in
stay,
jail.
bro.
He was in
See?
jail. That's
It was just all a lot of weird stuff. But this is why we do what we do. You see, so because there's a lot of plot holes, and
Yeah.
I guess another stereotype, which is why slow burn was even a part of the film, and it happened in School Dance and a lot of others. There's always a narration or somebody to kind of guide you through the film,
Mhm.
because most of the time they know that you're gonna sit there and go, wait, what?
Was he guiding people through the film?
He claimed to be.
He did claim to be.
He claimed because
He was your
went into
movie
a-
guide was his stated.
he went into
profession.
anti-woman rant.
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
not guiding anything.
Nope. He talks you how edibles will
then-
fuck you up.
Yeah, he did do that.
He did do that.
He did talk to you like a black friend when Devin left him in jail.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, he gave you $350 to go have sex, and you just left him like that." I was like, "Yeah, I could see a black friend saying that to somebody. Like, yo, you gonna do him like that, fam?
Yeah, he did him wrong.
Like $350, my guy.
Yeah, he did
Like,
him wrong.
you know." So that's the narration. It's just
that was a real narration.
it's either a self narration, like the character stopping the movie to go see this right here,
Yeah.
or it's like a character speaking in a voiceover, or in this case, it's a blunt that's Jiminy Cricket. I guess.
Oh my God, he is Jiminy Cricket. Oh my God.
They should have just had him on the shoulder. I don't know why they didn't
When
do
you
that.
wish upon us.
Yeah. Remember School Dance? He had an imaginary friend.
Yeah, that's the themes of that.
Yeah.
in these weed movies.
Only
I don't
difference
know
was
why. These
that-
guys must
yeah.
be smoking different shit. Y'all imagine
Cali,
little
baby.
friends. I guess
I
it's
do
Cali.
wonder, was slow burn when they're writing the script, if they wrote a script, do you think they were like when the first draft they're like, oh, here slow burn's gonna talk, and then or at the end where they're like, this makes no sense, we needed a framing device. How about a talking joint that talks like Mystical? Will that like smooth the edge? Like, I wonder where in the writing process.
I
did
think
Slow
they
Burn
just
come
need
in?
to get. I think they just want to give this old label made a job. Be honest with you.
Yeah,
I think it was that
they used to be
easy.
on the same music label.
It's like we
cast
can't
it
have.
first.
We're not going to show your face. Your voice is guy to get you back
So,
on your feet. I think that's really that's.
was there any scenes that you did like, if they weren't your favorite scenes, at least they were like, this was a good scene?
I like the tattoo montage because I just imagine, oh, those are probably his real tattoos, and they're just removing makeup. And I do like I did kind of, if I had any kind of like enjoyment of this movie, I did empathize with Devin because I'm also that dork that like never had any fun in high school, so I get it. So watching him, I'm like, oh, be free, yes, do it. Now it's weird when he starts to rap in the music montages rap as Wiz Khalifa, but still calling himself Devin, because I'm just the film dork going, well, that doesn't mesh with the character at all. But I'm like, stop trying to make this work, Alex. It's not supposed to. The movie warned you in the first 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Stop trying to force this to make sense.
Like, I guess in this case, if you were high, you probably would have been more
Perhaps,
like, eh.
perhaps.
No.
And not, like I said, the movie's not great. The music is pretty good. So like it finds ways to entertain you. It does it in weird, out of left field ways, but like the songs are pretty good.
Yes, and that is another excellent stereotype of hood films, is that 9 times out of 10 the soundtracks are amazing.
I see.
Yes, 9 times out of
Okay.
10 soundtracks are just like, they should have just made the album. That's
That's
how you be
usually
saying that.
what
Well, this one
these
it feels
are.
like they did, and they were like, I guess we should do like the movie too, since we already.
Yeah.
It feels like the
That's
more thought was
basically
put into
what
the album.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, two good rappers. They're like, you might as well go.
The
in the
musicians, they're not taking acting
Yeah.
classes.
No.
No, crazy.
And yet they're both pretty decent in the scene. The cast of this movie is not the problem.
It's not.
I feel.
It's not. No, you're right. It's
Yeah.
not the problem. It's a good cast.
Yeah.
It's funny because most of the cast are musicians, but they're the only two on the album. It's just like, nah, we don't need you for the song, fam. You're just
That's
gonna.
fucked up.
You're just gonna. Do this
That's
movie.
fucked up. So what would he even do? Then Tiger didn't get a chance to even
I feel like
say one bar.
I feel like they were linking up with Snoop and Wiz for a regular like smoking cipher.
Okay.
And they were like, yo, what's all these cameras back here, man? And Snoop was like, oh, yo, so we doing a little film, right, cuz? And you know, y'all could be in the cuz, but y'all can't say nothing because then they're gonna pay you, and unless you want to get paid, but you know. And then
Don't tell them I told you that.
It was like we didn't
have
write
like
you know,
$40 for a budget.
Yeah, it was like we didn't really write a script or nothing for y'all yet, but you know that's gonna take some time. And they was like, we'll just sit right here.
Yeah.
And then an hour later, they was like, you ain't tell me there was gonna be a white girl shitting out blood.
Snoop, you needed you kept some things from me, didn't you?
Because I think Ty Dolla $ign felt that way because he wasn't in the movie after that scene. He left.
Yeah,
He was like,
straight
yo,
up,
this is
I'm out.
disgusting. Like, yo,
This
Snoop,
isn't worth the verse on your next record, Snoop. This has gone too far.
too far, my dude. I'm out. YG was like, nah, I'll stick around. But Ty Dolla $ign was like, nah.
It is an interesting test of like who really wants it. Like, did you make it past that scene? It's like, you know how in Fight Club where they like burn you or some shit to see how bad you want to be in Fight Club? It's kind of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have tapped out.
Yeah, I think I'd be out because I'd be like, if this is what you're doing in public, like, what are you gonna do when we're in a room alone? Like, probably nothing good. If nothing bad, nothing good.
I mean, Knees Down was barely in class anyway, so
Yeah, he's just kind of floating around.
floating around
He
smoking.
was just in the gym getting
in
high.
the bathroom.
He
yeah.
was probably just like Mac, but just probably not 15 years in.
Okay.
That's funny.
Probably just chilling
Yeah, that's funny.
Huh.
because I don't think he graduated.
That school was lawless. He was riding his bike in there like
Yeah.
he was outside. I'm like,
Big ass school.
stabbing people up like, yeah. I guess when you think of it that way, there's a man who don't want to leave.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes, but it's also my favorite plot hole was when they were high and they went to the Scooby-Doo truck to get food. And he was like, let me get 2 Scooby snacks. And it looked like they got ice cream sandwiches, bro. Because I saw ice cream with graham crackers on it.
Oh, I wasn't even. I just assumed he just said
It's
something.
just a
I just assumed
sandwich.
he ad-libbed some nonsense.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
I
just
was
gave
like,
him
yo,
whatever.
I was like, yo, I need to know what that is.
Oh, okay. All
Because
right.
the first time I saw it, I was high and I was crying because I was like, I don't know what that is, but I want that.
I couldn't tell if it was something sweet or savory. I was like, is it a sandwich? Is it an ice cream sandwich? Because I want it. It looks good either way. But
Yeah, exactly. I
couldn't
was like,
tell.
yo, what is that? And that's why I was like, you have to watch this movie high because there's certain parts where you'll just go, I don't know what's going on here, but I need to know what that is.
Facts.
Like, I just need, I need to know what that is. But anyway, every movie we have a segment where there is a character that might be, all over the place. Have you ever heard of the phrase, whose man's is this?
I heard it only because I listened to your last episode. I never heard it before.
Oh, okay.
I kind of know what you mean just from this.
You got a little study guide. I respect that. No, so basically,
I'm going to study pussy at Yale,
Yeah,
which apparently they offer in the lore of this movie.
I guess so. 'Cause you
It's an
definitely
actual
like,
program.
weren't you like chemistry or something?
Yo, fam.
guy.
Sorry to cut you off, but I was
Nah,
like,
you good? Cause I forgot about that, bro. He definitely, he definitely said he was majoring in, getting some pussy, or the other way around with something else.
Yeah.
I think it was
It's like, wow, Yale is progressive, I guess.
Yo, that's a major, bro. I was messing up in high school. If I knew that, you know how
Should've
many
paid
people
attention.
would have been in that class,
My
bro?
SATs would have been through the roof.
Through the
I
roof.
should have been paying
You would have been
attention.
looking around like, yo, there's mad people in this class.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you would have tried to apply for it, like, it was booked. Damn it.
But,
Damn, I gotta wait till the fall. But yeah, it's terrible.
Can I get another major to make it work? I'll do night classes. I don't care.
Word,
Word.
being that bitch at 10 o'clock at night, like, yeah, this is, all right, I'm gonna write that down. No matter how late you gotta be in that class, like, yo, I'm gonna major this shit.
Word.
Was
There
there
a Sunday
character-
class?
There will be a Sunday class. There will be. You will skip church for that class.
Facts.
But was there a character that you felt was doing too much that you would be like, yo, whose man's is this?
Oh, it's definitely knees down for the scene that we have yet to be able to stop talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, who invited this guy? Because the
Yeah.
gun thing was cool, and then he's like, you know what would make everyone in this room really happy And everyone's like, no. Or no, they are happy, actually. We're the ones going, no.
Yeah, right.
So he's right in the movie, but us,
Yeah.
we're like,
in the
good Lord.
world of Mac and Devin,
Yeah, they love it.
He's correct. We're wrong.
Yeah.
We're discussing.
Yeah, no,
It's not quite our world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
especially
some
because
kinda-
his gunshot bullets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gunshot bullets. They were dodging
Yeah.
bullets. It had fire coming out.
It did have fire coming out.
So
That's
for
why they
that-
was dodging that shit. Go ahead.
For that scene alone, I'm just like, him, I know it right away.
I'll give you that.
Everyone else in this movie seems like you could hang out with and have like an okay time. He's going to make it weird pretty fast.
Right. And have you just sitting there like, what? Yeah.
Crazy white boy, man.
That's the stereotype
Yeah.
in the movie. Yeah.
It's gotta be Snoop, man.
It's Snoop for you?
It's gotta be, man. You get left back 11 times.
Oh,
Then you want to
yeah.
leave because one bad chick?
Yeah, that is.
Like, there was no bad chicks the entire 15 years you were in school that gave you any kind of motivation? Fuck off.
I mean, an obvious one could be Ashley, his Devin's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, I'm gonna go with Devin.
You think Devin was doing too much?
He had a bright future, and he chose to.
He went to Yale anyway.
Yeah, for a major that doesn't really exist.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, there's a lot of people went to majors that don't exist, that don't really mean anything.
I'm a philosophy major, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which, by the way, when he says that, he goes, I think therefore I am with Socrates, I was like, it was Descartes. You're wrong.
No.
It actually bugs me.
He was like, "Damn it." No, I
You wrong for thinking they would know that.
yeah, that's true.
Yes,
But
correct.
again, he saw these are new hood films for him. So now he's
Yeah.
like, what the
There
where's
also
Cam
was a
Greer? What is
cartoon,
this shit? Yeah.
Marijuana
Yeah.
Planet
Yeah.
said, do not.
We threw him in too hard with this one. We should have just
What I kind
trapped him
of
like
so when Slow Burn's like, some of like the great
I
minds
know
of
them to be
history,
trash.
I think great minds of history were high. I was like, that's actually true.
Yeah,
Like a lot of the Greek philosophers were like doing primitive acid and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this movie. I don't know if they knew that, but I was like, this movie.
they
is
probably
correct.
just took an educated guess.
Yes.
That's when he person addicted to marijuana says they don't really know.
You see?
I've been there before.
That's why I say
well,
he's-
this guy did it. Oh shit. I
Yeah.
was just saying shit.
his is the best out of all three of us, but mine's is just saying like this was a kid who had the world like where he needed it to be. Yeah, he was a little uptight. Most kids are at that age. They don't know no better. But he chose to smoke weed, and then everything just changed in like 24 hours.
the weed didn't make
he
him
just turns
dumber.
into,
He just doesn't
into
want to
Wiz
do.
Khalifa.
What was his original major?
I don't
think
forgot
he
what
had
was
an
going
original
on.
major.
Well, you don't major
major.
in high school though.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
like
you
going
mean
to
when he was
college?
planning to-
declared? Yeah. I don't think he had any.
It's probably business or some shit.
I don't
He's
think he had
trying to-
anything.
He was really intent on that chemistry
Yeah.
project being a big deal. So
Right.
that, but I don't know if they say it out loud. That's
Yeah.
just what I would guess.
And that's the number one reason why I say whose man's is this. You want to know what happened to that chemistry project? The guy who he
Oh,
had,
yeah,
like,
he
the
stole
guy
it from
who
him.
didn't like him to begin with, took his idea and he did nothing about it.
Yeah.
And that guy's now a millionaire,
He
chilling.
sure did.
You see?
Yeah.
Why? Because he chose to smoke weed and go chill.
Yeah, you got
That's
too
what I'm
mellow.
saying, yo.
You got too much.
This movie found a way to show you the pros and cons of smoking weed.
Yeah.
You get too high, you let your
Yeah, you're
guy
like,
you still like he
You'll
got it.
change
that
the
idea.
world, and then the white man will take
Namaste.
credit for it. Like,
I'm like,
They
no.
literally gave him all the answers in the class. He sat there and watched them give the answers. And he was looking at first like, oh, this shit ain't gonna work. Wonderful. And then all of a sudden he was like, drop the weed in there. And he looked and he was like, motherfucker. And
I
he
mean, in
looked.
reality, one of them would have patented that shit. But again, we're in a
Yeah, but
cartoon world.
it was the
where-
guy that had beef with him from the start.
Yeah.
And he let his enemy win, man. In the hood, you don't do that.
He's just an idiot. He's dumb.
He's not an idiot. He just let
he's one of those people that's so smart that they do dumb things.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because he was smart enough to make energy like
smart.
that,
Yeah.
which is freaking insane.
He's too
That's
smart
very
for his
intelligent.
own good.
And then now he's sitting at home or sitting at Yale, like, man, getting pussy is fun. But then he's watching on TV some kid with his idea like this, whole that.
Yeah, because he did say if he figures out, we can get a lot more pussy, and like you didn't even capitalize on that. Yeah,
exactly.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
That really is a who man.
That's
Both
what
of them
I'm
are who
saying.
man because like you got an old guy. Who
Yeah, you let some, and then that's the even bigger who man's.
Whose man's is this movie? if I'm
Yes.
honest?
When was
Come
some?
get the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Why didn't the girlfriend walk in there and be like, "Are you allowed to hang out with minors? Because like this is kind of weird." Like,
Yeah, well, is Snoop Dogg just hollering at minors in the whole school?
well,
I don't think so. I'm assuming.
Yo, how old was the chick in the beginning when they went to get the blunt out of the principal's office? Was that a student?
Good
That was
question.
definitely a student.
That was definitely.
I don't think he smashed it though.
Yeah, I don't think he smashed
I don't
her.
think
No,
he
but
I think that was the same girl that blew out the fart.
okay.
I think that was just a crazy white chick they kept around.
Yeah, but
crazy white chick things.
why didn't the principal ever make? Because remember, when the assistant principal heard it, it made it sound like they were having sex in his office.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
true.
never made any mention of that when he busted in the door. He could have been like, "Yo, are you serious? You're like 30." But he never just like, you know what I mean? Like at some point,
They don't want you to think about that, so they're not gonna bring it up.
They hit us with the belly.
Yeah.
Slow burn says it's okay, then we just gotta go with it.
Yeah, I just started thinking about that. I'm like, where's Devin's parents to be like? I don't think you should be hanging out with this man.
Where are any? There are no parents.
There was no parents
Parents just don't like exist in this
until
realm.
the
They
end.
really don't.
Only one parent, which
Yes.
homegirl's father,
Yes.
Yeah.
and even he took the blunt. It made me laugh because I was like, at no point did somebody stop and go, "Yo, why are you hanging out with this man? Like he's not doing that with his life." Like,
And you don't have a movie.
yeah. Yo,
The second
I'm
your
sorry,
kid gets
bro.
a face tattoo, you gotta at least have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, actually,
That's true.
you know what? I'm sorry. I was going too hard, and now I started thinking about it. I will take back some of my statement of Devin being whose man's is this, because he was in reality the smartest black kid in the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the reason why
A country mile.
is because he did something that most black kids would have done in this situation. So he hung out with a grown ass man. The grown ass man showed him how to live life, whatever. Cool. Uni, I think, sees where I'm going with this. He went and got face tattoos, but notice he never went home again because he knew in his heart that if he went home and them tattoos was on his face, his parents would have fucking killed him.
Yeah.
They would. What the fuck?
But he
is
went
that?
home eventually because he graduated.
Yeah, that's what you think. That motherfucker probably showed up just to say that I already got my cap and gown. We good. He probably went to the office and
You
can I
know
get
what?
another
I
one?
You didn't even invite us to the
His
graduation.
parents was even there.
You were valedictorian.
I've known people that done that before. I'm just
Telling
not
you,
gonna go back to my parents'
Not
crib.
going home.
Just bounce around. Yeah, I know.
That could have been like, I'm his legal guardian. What's up?
I'm just gonna walk the earth like
Yeah.
Caine and Kung Fu.
That's
Yeah,
it. I'm telling
pretty
you, bro.
much.
You gotta think about that, bro. He
Yeah,
never
yeah.
went back home because he
That's
knew what the
fun.
deal was. When he got the first tat, it was like, I could hide this. But when he got the body tats, it was like, oh, I didn't think this through. Yeah, I didn't think this through. Hanging out at 3 o'clock in the morning and shit. I was just saying, man, you gotta think about it like that. You did bring up the soundtrack. So did you get to like hear the real soundtrack, or you just were going off the movie?
I listened to a little bit on my walk over here, and it was pretty good. A lot of the music is in the movie, like the valedictorian speech is the "So What We Get Drunk" song, which is fun, and then
Yeah.
there's 2 music videos, as we said, and then there's a bunch of outtakes with more music behind it because this movie like refuses to end. It just refuses,
It's only an hour and 15 minutes long.
and yet it's an eternity. Like
10 of those minutes are credits, and it still feels like it's too long.
10 of those minutes was credits with
Straight up
outtakes,
credits.
bro.
yeah,
Straight up
dude.
credits.
And-
Behind the
and
I didn't even
scenes
watch
shit.
the credits. I stopped.
the weirdest outtake in that whole thing to me was when they're doing that scene where he's lifting her up over into that window to get it, and the director's going, okay, we need to see your face because like the comedy's in your reaction. I'm like, what comedy was like in that scene? Because they could have just found a door.
Yeah.
It's not funny watching him lift her. You can't really see his reaction. So
Yeah.
I was like,
It was nothing funny about that.
I
You're
can
right.
see what he's trying to do, but I was like, you cut the scene then. Like,
Yeah, that's it. Cause he went like this, and then next thing you know, they cut to another scene of them in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There was nothing funny.
No, there was a lot of
Yeah.
not funny
Fair.
things in
I
this movie.
keep distracting you. What's the question?
No, you said it right.
Oh,
Listen
okay.
to the soundtrack. You did the right
Oh
thing.
yeah.
and
So,
then
so
we
I
just
was
bring
listening
up
to
the
it
end.
over, and I liked it. And
Yeah.
I hadn't listened to a lot of. I've listened to a little Snoop Dogg, but not so much Wiz Khalifa. And I was like, okay, I think I like it.
I think you're the first guest we had that actually took the time to listen to the soundtrack.
I think I made what's the face listen to "Don't Be a Menace."
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least
So
some of the songs.
second. That's cool. That's cool. But it was the fact that he voluntarily was like, I'm gonna listen to the soundtrack.
I forgot
I'm the
this-
Devin
respect
of this podcast.
I forgot there was a
Study boy.
soundtrack to this. Like, oh yeah, of course it was. That's why it's
I
so
could-
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
love
don't
this
know.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
I don't think I listened to it since it first came out.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's
I did
been a
have to go
while.
back to it, and I remember some of the features like Juicy J, that Young Rod and Free song. That was the guy singing was Bruno Mars.
Yeah, that was good.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before he blew up.
Yeah, he wasn't anybody yet.
Yeah, it was right before he blew up. That's why I was like, what? I was like, oh snap! So they had some features on there, you know what I mean?
Nice.
But again, like I
Far
said,
East Movement on the soundtrack because they were in this movie for no reason.
they aren't, but they are in this movie for no reason,
Christ.
and they're in
What a
trouble.
way to date yourself.
Was,
That was the funniest thing you said when he threatened to cut my man's ponytail and take his.
so you lose your strength. You will lose your strength. I said, my man Mike Epps never.
Oh, you know
Tells
nobody
me.
wrote that for him.
No.
that was straight
one wrote
improv.
that.
That's an
He
ad lib
improv
and a
that.
beautiful one.
Straight improv, beautiful too. I was like, oh man, this
Yeah.
guy does no wrong in his movies. So
How the hell did they even make it in there?
Far East Movement,
Yeah.
that like a G6 song was fire.
No, I get it. They had a hot summer for that summer.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wow, were you just around? I'm like, hey, be in this scene where Mike Epps will say something a little bit racist.
Oh, I thought he was saying cut off his hair like Samson. That's what I was thinking of because he was like, you will lose your strength. So I was thinking about Samson.
Ooh, oh yeah.
It could be both.
It could be
Yeah,
both.
could
Not
be
mutually exclusive.
Who was you thinking of?
I was thinking about it. There was some hero where you cut his hair, he got fucked up.
Samson.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Okay.
That's why I was like, yo, in my mind, I was like, yo, if he says Goku, I'm going to lose it.
No. Why would I say Goku?
Nah, because I wasn't thinking about the hair thing. I just thought about, not
Yeah.
thinking about cutting off the hair. I was just thinking about the hairstyle.
Oh, no.
So I was like, yo, if you say Goku, I'm going to start dying.
No. That would be crazy. That's cancelable.
Because
That's
if,
a
yeah,
stupidity.
because if he said that, you would see the three of them and like, cut, we out of here. That was just too much, bro. We're from
Yeah,
China.
no.
We're not
Right.
even from Japan, motherfucker.
Right.
Well, I don't know where they from, so I'm going to stop before I get myself in trouble. Before they hit us up and be like, we actually listened to this episode. We're going to tell you where we're from, and we're going to get you all canceled.
When you cut our hair, it actually does kill most of our powers. So
Stop making it hot. Stop making it hot.
That's funny.
maybe beep that out in the
Leave that
episode.
out, you know. Was there, do you feel like there was a lesson you could take away from this?
Yeah, the lesson is don't be so fixated on your future that you don't have fun now. And like I said, college and high school I didn't have any fun, and I'm actually kind of sad about it. So I actually thought that's a pretty. So don't get face tattoos with a man who's been in high school for 15 years. But like, don't just be like, I have to study all the time. You study enough and do your work, but like, don't ruin your own good time because you'll be sad about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a pretty good message.
So were you like when you was in high school and college, were you just like studying all the time,
Yeah.
or just okay, that's fair.
Yeah. And I never like in college I didn't drink until I was legally 21, and even then not that much. And like, I wish I had been going to more parties and stuff, but my mental health wasn't great, and I was also really shy, and so
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, when I was in college, I was
You
I
miss
was
so
cool with people,
much.
but yeah, sometimes you talk to people and you get that one wrong person, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is why I'm shy because of people like you know, so you're like,
Yeah.
I just don't choose to talk anymore because you know
I was in a band. That was the one cool thing I did.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
we had
cool.
like a little tiny following, but like we were only together for like a semester because it didn't happen until really late. But I was like, damn it, I just figured it out.
Like, I just got it all together.
Yeah.
And then you leave. Well, that's when you should have pulled the Mac.
I flunked
It's
myself on
yourself up
purpose.
On purpose. Just chill in college for a
Oh
little
my
while. You know
God.
what I mean? Nobody
Can't
get mad
waste
at
more
that.
money?
I got 2 words for you. Van Wilder.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another cartoon world. We can
Yeah.
try to see if we can emulate.
I gotta take a dive with high school.
Man, this was our Black Van Wilder right here. Mac and Devin go to high school. This
Oh,
was it.
man. We can't do better than that.
I'm sorry, Van Wilder was a better film.
Yeah.
That's what you want me to do about that, bro.
God, man.
I'm sorry, that was a better
Yeah.
film.
Can you just random question? Can
Yeah.
you think of any other movies where you would want to see slow burn like narrate? Because I'm not opposed to it. I wish they would write better jokes for him, but like I didn't think it was kind of fun seeing him pop up once in a while.
Do you mean hood films or in general?
Any movie.
Like Pineapple Express.
Half
That's a good one.
Baked.
You could do
How
Half
High?
Baked. You can do How
Yeah.
High. School Days. you
School
can-
Days. Wait, the Spike Lee one?
What?
You said School Days?
That was Spike Lee. Yeah.
What we did?
Oh, School Dance.
School Dance.
That's why I was like, School Days? Or you were him in that?
I'm mixing my school hood movie.
I just want to see what's the most like, what's the best movie
It's like,
that could
wait a
still get
minute.
away with slow burn like being in it? Like, I'm curious if it could happen. Like,
Man.
That's a very good question, my dude. So
Like with all his scenes?
no, I mean like if you took that character
Just-
and you
yeah.
put him in another movie,
Oh.
and,
yeah,
like he'd fit in like a Jay and Silent Bob, like Chasing
Yeah.
Amy.
of course.
he should be cut, but like I'd let it go because or like Clerks maybe anything Kevin Smith, especially now, would probably be okay.
I think he would do well in Pootie Tang.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just
Couldn't
that
agree more.
narration style. Yeah, I
Couldn't
think
agree
he'd do
more.
well.
Because that movie already has a narration that they put in after against Louis' will,
Right.
and at least now it would be like entertaining.
Against Louis Will.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And then
That's funny.
And then he would be the one to mess it up by being like, "Oh, you must be high because I don't understand a word this man is saying." You feel like, yep, he just ruined the whole point. Okay, I'm off this. I'm off this. I think he would be perfect in that world.
Yeah.
There's a lot
a
of
good
other
one.
ones, but I think if you ever got high enough that you would imagine him in other shows or movies, that'd be even better. Like you just like, you know what I mean? Like you just watching some like Money Heist or some shit and he just pops up.
Narrate Titanic.
Yeah, like they going down. They going down. Like something stupid like that. Like, yo, this professor is thinking of a dope ass money heist. I'll tell you that. She's just like yo,
This math guy's mind is fucking beautiful. He's
beautiful.
crazy though.
yeah, he's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. If you are understanding what's being said without subtitles, you are high. Like, you may not know Spanish, but after you hit this blunt,
Hieroglyphics.
I want to see him in Paris, like going, I don't speak Korean. I can't help you. Like,
I can't help you, but
it looks compelling, but I don't know what they're doing.
yeah.
That's funny.
And then he'll just be like, I'll tell you this. Take a puff at any time you see any character just walk by. Just for every movie
Yeah.
he's in. He's just like, again? Yeah, again.
Yeah.
No, I don't work for bad movies.
You sure?
Yeah. All movies should have that. Let you know what you're about to get into, but you don't need to show up like 3 times in the film.
That is true, because if he did that in Endgame, when all the
Yeah.
motherfuckers came up to the war, oh, we would have died.
Right, like Thanos appears in issue, like we don't
Yep.
care about that. We're 20 movies in.
And all them
we're way
circles
past
came
that.
out with Doctor Strange, you would have been like, I can't.
Yeah.
And
You know that when Thanos snaps, he would have disappeared into smoke, and it would have been actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, slow burn, no.
As long as he blipped that girl that farted the blunt, I would have been happy.
Yeah, she needed to go.
She could go. Bloop. Like, oh.
We, was it knees down, just covered in ashes? Going,
Yeah, it's like,
what?
what just happened?
That's gross.
I got to use my gun.
That's nasty.
I love the lesson though. I love the lesson. Your lesson was right because that is the wrestling they was going for. And yeah, in high school I did have a lot of fun. College I did have fun, but there is that time when you're like kind of stuck and you're stiff about things because you don't know what your future is gonna be like. And I'm trying to even remember if in college if I met people like Mac. I feel like I did. I think everybody's at least met probably one guy or girl.
I knew
One
Max,
dude just can't let go.
Yeah.
He's hanging on.
I knew
Yeah.
for
Just
Max in high school, not so much
stupid.
college, but definitely high school.
Oh, I did know a guy. Yeah, I knew a guy like Mac in college. He didn't smoke, but he threw like these dope ass parties off campus and stuff. And then we came to find out like a lot of revealing truths about him later. And I was like, yeah.
What was the truth?
He kept saying that he graduated from the college, and we found out he did.
Graduate.
Yeah, he did.
from
So
college.
he was a true Mac. Yeah,
Ugh.
wonderful guy though. Definitely helped me get out of my shell. But I'll never forget him. I won't put his name out there. I won't put him on blast. But I will say he was definitely a Mac. Since
Okay.
he was older than us and all that. We were like 21, and Mans was like 30 something.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's not
So like
good.
Devin, you're just sitting there unbeknownst to you, like, yeah, he seems all right. You know? So that's why I said that's why I had to retract my statement and come back to him and be like, he was low key the smartest man in the film.
Why would he want to hang out with people? Never mind. That's okay.
Because you want to relive the days, man. Like, Mans didn't want to leave high school for a reason. He was
Well,
the
what
man.
references can you say?
What?
At some point in time, it must be hard to keep this a charade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how people found out. That's what I said.
I'd
As
be
a
like,
certain
hey, you're
point,
that
somebody's
latest Nas? Like, what? Little
he wasn't-
Nas X?
He wasn't doing that.
I'm saying it's what's gonna be like.
Well, I pray that he's not still at that school since
No,
you just
I'm-
said Little
I'm-
Nas X.
Well, I'm saying
What's a
at that
TikTok?
time.
Yeah, I pray
right.
he's not there. Like, you guys, they're like, what? Like, they're saying Little Nas X, and he's like, Illmatic? He doesn't sing that. Who are you?
Telling me Nas fucked the devil? I
Yeah,
didn't know. What?
what?
What
I don't
year did you
remember. What
graduate?
video was that? Like, nah.
That's funny.
Anyway, folks, if you do manage to catch this film, it's on Netflix. Wonderful time, at least. It's only an hour 15 minutes or less than that because, like we
It's
said,
like an hour and
the
5.
credits. Yeah.
It's really 45 if you take out the music videos
Yeah.
and the unnecessary
Yeah.
CGI weed character.
I'm trying to remember if there's any other cameos, any other people that was like, yo, he's in this? Because I know there was Ty Dolla $ign, YG.
Well, Mel was in it for 2 seconds.
Mel was in it for 2 seconds. Yeah. I feel like there was. If there's anybody I'm forgetting, they knew they were in the movie. They'll be fine.
They knew.
They knew what they were doing. So, but anyway, Alex, man, we do want to thank you for doing this. This was fun. We did already ask the question about if you wanted to see this film again.
I
You said
just want
Slow Burn.
the Adventures of Slow Burn, where he's hanging out with Remy the Rat, and they're baked as shit.
Coming to Disney Plus.
I really want
Come
it now.
into Disney Plus. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing. Unless you want to
Parent locked
redo
Disney
it
Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
and get someone who actually looks like they can be in high school, that's about it.
You could,
That's about the only thing you can.
but
do.
you'd have to. I mean, or you can do a sequel where, like, I mean, unfortunately, Devin's graduated from high school, but he could work there, be like a teacher, and try to still be cool.
I would kind of watch the movie if he starts to try to get credit from the guy that stole his idea. Because he has a lot of witnesses.
Facts.
So, like, he's got a case if he can pull it off.
He has a
That's
case.
funny.
It's like somebody had to take a video of this. It's
Right,
2012.
like-
Yeah.
You're right, bro. Or at least see what happened to that fine ass teacher. Because
I
they
thought
made
he-
it seem like he broke up with her. He just went to tried some city colleges, but he never went.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
he
what?
kept his options
He
open.
kept his options open for city college. Oh my god.
But did he major in pussy?
Oh, that's the
It's
question.
a bright new field, apparently.
That's why he kept
Hilarious.
his options open. He needed
Yeah.
a city college that could.
Who has
And they
the
were like,
pussy?
nah. They were like, nah, you can get these liberal arts.
That kind of is.
That's as close as you're gonna get to
Yeah,
major in the
you got
pussy.
a woman's history class. You want to do that?
You could do that, I guess. But yeah, we do want to thank you for doing this, man.
Thank you.
We had a fun time with you. And now you're not shy no more because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
So you're on stage not being shy. So you can let these people know where they can find you or if they could catch you on Instagram or whatever.
Cool. On April 23rd, I'm on Virtual Flappers, which is an LA club, but they opened a virtual comedy club kind of now. So it's basically a Zoom,
Okay.
which is good. That'll be at 7:30 Eastern, but 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. I have a podcast called Modern Day Philosophers, where my friend Danny LaBelle talks to other comics about philosophy that I write up for them. And some of the guest list is crazy. We've had Mark Maron, Bill Burr was early because he's friends with them. We had Shecky Green, who he's a big comic from a while ago. I can't remember what his exact claim to fame is, other than that I know his name.
I heard that name before.
Yeah, we had Kevin Nealon. We had look at the episodes we had. I don't know how we keep getting these guests.
That's what's up.
And I have another podcast called Broadway Baby, where my two friends teach me about musicals every week.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, my guy. My man's doing it out here.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get Mac and Devin on there?
Wiz
You got to get Wiz down. How would you say he was wrong?
I
Wiz.
did have the thought. I was like, okay, is there any point where they're talking to each other in music that would make this technically a musical? And I don't think so. Because although the end, I guess. Okay, so at the end, I'm thinking about this way too hard. At the end, is the dance number, the Wild and Free song, supposed to represent just his speech being really good, or are they just breaking into the song? Because what makes a
It's
musical
probably both.
Because what makes a musical is that, like, when you see two characters singing at each other, intellectually, you know, they're actually in the world of it. They're just having a conversation, but it's artistically becomes a song because it's so heightened. You know what I mean? Like, so does this thing ever become a musical per se where it is elevated speech? I don't think so, but
Nah,
you
don't
could
give
argue
that much
it.
credit.
You could argue it.
I'm
yeah.
thinking about this way too hard.
Nah,
I
I'm
know.
not gonna
straight,
give
you
it
straight.
that.
You could definitely argue that because they did do that at the end. That is what happened.
Did
And then
they rap at each other though?
I don't think so.
not.
It can be to the audience. That
Yeah,
can
it
be
was
too.
more to the audience because it was a speech. And then the same thing when they had the dream with the talent show and
You could argue that when I was saying, like, oh, there's just a dance ensemble, you could say, well, that's a thing that musicals do, where it becomes this heightened, like, okay, now there are dancers just for the art form of it. So you could make the compelling.
that.
I don't know if I'd agree with you, but like, you could make the case.
No,
This
you
has a
thought
musical
about that for a
sequence.
second,
you got a
but I
point,
was
my
like,
dude.
nah.
Because most of the time, that is another stereotype that most hood films with a rapper involved.
Yeah.
At times will have musical.
They're
Scenes.
promoting their album.
Yeah, they're promoting the album. If there is an album and they know the album is fire, that's what's gonna happen. We've had plenty of movies we've done where at some point they'll just break out into a song, and you don't know why. It just kind of happens. This one a little more. You can see why they cut to it.
Yeah.
But we've done other ones where it's just like, I don't know how we got here, but we're here. We're here. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But again, we do thank you for coming on
Yeah.
to do this, man, and it was fun. We got Mac and Devin out the way.
Thank God. I don't know how you watched this twice.
The job's done.
Yeah. It was one good scene where you got too high. And I was like, all right, that's about how it feels like the first time around. They got that down pat.
Yeah, they did. They did.
And then he shat on vapes for no reason.
They did shit on vapes.
I'm like, what? Are you promoting it or not? What are you doing? It's like, oh.
It's weird because they promoted it at the end. When they showed Snoop and the outtakes smoking the vape, he was like, oh, this is dope. But then Slow Burn was like, this is trash.
Then he went into a reason. Then he's really bad because it got Bin Laden killed. They said he was caught slipping.
No, it was saying that the strand that Bin Laden smoked got him was bad because they caught him slipping.
Oh, my God.
They were saying that, I think they were saying indica was bad. And then sativa is good if you
a real bass head wrote that.
Yeah,
Only a
because we've had talks about that.
Like,
Yeah.
There's no better or worse you say.
Because I used to do a lot of indica. And he was me like, yo, that's in the couch, man. You're going to be just not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what they were trying to say. They weren't saying that in general is bad. They just saying that specific strand.
It was funny, but like, I don't think that's true.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't pan out factually. No.
Yeah, like, is that how they
I'm
got
gonna
it?
say it wasn't.
Captain Kush was teaching, man.
All right.
I was shitting on Captain Kush.
I was.
Yeah, he's out here
He just
teaching.
told me Bin Laden got capped because he was too high. I'm like,
Well, he kind of went a little left with it and threw his opinions in there.
right.
We've established this is another cinematic universe. Maybe history played out a little bit differently.
Ooh.
I think Mystical hadn't done anything for a while. You just saying whatever.
Well, there's that too.
I think that's probably
Just
true.
say whatever, man. It
But
don't
in this
matter.
universe, that's slow burn. That's not mystical. See what
Okay.
he's saying?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's a whole.
Is
other
there even a
universe.
mystical in this universe, or is it just slow burn?
Yeah.
Nah, he probably got canceled out this universe.
He's already gone. He was reincarnated into a blood.
Yeah.
It is his curse.
Oh, man, that's some real
That's
Disney
fun.
shit. I was turned into a blood.
Oh my God.
And
Well,
they
there's
just
the Pixar movie.
Don't smoke, man.
That's it. That's it.
I got Bin Laden killed, and
Yeah.
now I'm trapped as this
Send that out
cartoon
to, send that out
There
to
you go.
Disney. You got it. Disney Plus.
How
coming
slow burn died? He went into
2023.
some white girl's butt and just got inhaled. That's the end of that.
Pixar does like heavy shit enough that I wouldn't be surprised if it's like slow burn just burned all the way down, and that was the end of him.
You gotta
and
give it
how
10
ended.
years
I
when
would
this
cry
shit
to
is
that.
fully
You'd
legalized.
be like, oh no, slow burn's a tragic hero.
I would cry to that.
Me too.
I would cry. Just like every other Pixar movie I've cried to. That
Like the
was
end
right
of
on
Toy
the
Story
list.
3 where he almost burned to death.
There you go.
Yeah, that was
Right
kinda
there.
savage.
That's
That was
almost
pretty
hand in
savage.
hand.
Shit.
He's holding hands just like,
Yeah, that would suck to see. Like, yeesh.
You just see him getting inhaled. Like,
Oh,
That's funny.
don't forget.
sad.
I watched that.
I would too.
He's looking at you. His final words was, he did right. There was a character in the movie, and I said to smoke for every time. It's only right.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Oh my God, I was so.
Long live Captain Kush. Anyway, we got to cap it here, man. But
Yeah, I would
again,
hate to make this as long as a movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
that'd be so-
we almost there. Alex, thanks again, man.
Thank you.
Folks, keep catching us out here. We cover to YouTube soon. We got on Twitter, welcome to Hood Film, WELCOM, the number 2 Hood Film. Catch us on there, and on Instagram at Welcome to My Hood Film Podcast. Yeah, just catch us, man. We out here. We trying, we grinding, and make sure you catch Alex. He's doing his thing with Philosophy Podcast, and that's dope. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to cap it here, and see you guys next time. I'm Marvin Lattimore,
Uni Francis.
Alex Vasella.
and we are off this, people. Peace.